This tower in Saudi Arabia was designed to be the first building in human history to reach a height of 1 kilometer. Construction halted in 2018, leading everyone to believe it was abandoned forever, with hundreds of millions of dollars frozen under the harsh desert sun. After a 7-year hiatus, something unimaginable happened in late 2025. Not only did the tower return, but it began devouring the sky at a breathtaking pace, one new floor every 3 days. At this frantic tempo, it is set for completion in 2028. However, the question leaving the world breathless remains: are we witnessing the greatest engineering comeback in history? Or is this sudden surge merely a prelude to another downfall? We will reveal why this massive project stopped, how it returned from the brink of collapse, the engineering codes that shattered the shackles of the impossible, and what might still prevent this tower from reaching the clouds. This is what we will explore in this video, but before we dive in, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Jeddah Tower is not merely a skyscraper in the desert. It is the heart of Jeddah economic city, a massive $20 billion project spanning the Red Sea coast. The goal is to establish a global hub for business and luxury tourism, attracting investors from across the globe while alleviating congestion within the historic heart of Jeddah. But why did Saudi Arabia specifically choose Jeddah to host the world's tallest tower? The choice was anything but random. Jeddah serves as the gateway to Mecca and acts as a pivotal port connecting Asia, Africa, and Europe. Building the world's tallest tower here sends a powerful message. The kingdom has become a global player in innovation and international trade. However, even with vision, ambition, and capital, the mission is far from simple. Turning this dream into reality requires solving engineering challenges never before attempted on such a scale. The designers are the same minds behind the Burj Khalifa, yet this challenge is far greater. Reaching a height of 1,007 meters means breaking the 1 kilometer barrier for the first time in history, and engineering dilemma that humanity has never fully solved until now. In January 2025, the Bin Laden group returned to the site with a nearly impossible task. The primary challenge is the concrete, but this is no ordinary concrete. It is a formidable custom blend designed specifically to withstand weights that would crush conventional buildings. Resuming a project after a 7-year hiatus, it's not only difficult, but doing so on such a gargantuan scale is akin to a nightmare waiting to happen. During the ceremony marking the resumption of construction, the group announced that the project now relies on advanced technologies to produce high-performance concrete at unprecedented levels. Half of the required quantity has already been poured, propelling the tower past the 300-meter mark. But the story becomes even more difficult the higher we climb. The problem isn't just the construction, but the delivery. Even the world's most powerful pumps face immense difficulty pushing concrete to heights exceeding 500 meters due to pressure and gravity. So, what happens when the pumps fail? Resorting to cranes and suspended buckets is a slow and dangerous process, and any delay means losing millions of dollars. To avoid this logistical nightmare, engineers made a brilliant decision to stop pouring concrete for the upper floors and replace it with a steel structure, making the tower lighter and faster to complete. But why did the engineers stop using concrete at the summit? The secret lies in the steel. At heights exceeding 600 meters, steel becomes the fastest and lightest solution. The Burj Khalifa itself adopted this strategy to reach its peak. The tower's summit will extend an additional 350 meters into the sky, and this section alone consumes 8,000 tons of steel, the equivalent weight of 10 Eiffel Towers combined. The goal is to surpass the 1 kilometer barrier and claim the throne as the tallest building on Earth, just like the Burj Khalifa. The uppermost part of the Jeddah Tower will not be inhabited by residents. Instead, it will mostly house technical equipment. Work is now proceeding at lightning speed, with a new floor being built every 3 days. However, ascending to these staggering heights means facing a ruthless enemy, the wind. At an altitude of 1,000 meters, the wind is no longer a mere breeze, but a formidable force capable of pushing the tower sideways by several meters. Imagine a 500-meter building needing to resist wind forces 60 times stronger than ordinary structures. Now, imagine a tower that doubles that height. Engineers utilized the latest computer modeling techniques to ensure the tower remains steadfast and stable in the face of the most powerful storms. When you reach an altitude of 1 kilometer, the laws of engineering change completely. Can you imagine the summit of the tower swaying and oscillating by a full 2 meters during strong winds? It might sound terrifying, but it is actually a stroke of engineering genius. The tower does not stand rigid only to break against the wind. Instead, it absorbs the energy and bends with it through calculated flexibility that prevents any damage. The secret lies in the tower's shape, which resembles 3 flower petals. This design is not merely for aesthetics. It is a dynamic weapon designed to break up wind currents and prevent them from forming powerful vortices that could shake the building. Weighing 900,000 tons, this giant faces to ruthless enemies, its own massive weight pulling it downward, and the wind pushing it sideways. To keep this pinnacle soaring in the sky, it was necessary to construct the strongest support system in history. The true stability of the world's tallest tower does not begin in the sky, but from the depths of the earth. The challenge was daunting. How do we anchor nearly 1 million tons atop soft coastal soil composed of sand and limestone ground that could compress or crack under such weight? Engineers decided to drill into the impossible. They drove 270 massive piles to depths of up to 110 meters underground, which is double the depth of the Burj Khalifa's foundations. These piles are bound together by a formidable 5-meter-thick concrete raft, serving as the building's primary shield. But weight is not the only enemy. The nearby Red Sea sends its salts to gnaw at the tower's body. To counter this silent erosion, engineers utilized concrete and steel with special specifications designed to resist salinity and humidity for decades. Because a single mistake here could mean disaster, smart sensors were planted deep underground to monitor soil movement and concrete behavior moment by moment. In the Jeddah Tower, every millimeter beneath the earth is precisely calculated to ensure this giant remains standing tall against the test of time. Resuming the construction of a project halted for 7 years is not just an engineering task. It is something truly remarkable. When the teams returned in 2025, they didn't just find a construction site. They found a gargantuan structure that had withstood years of desert heat and Red Sea humidity. The first question was, is the building still safe? After meticulous and comprehensive inspections of every piece of steel and concrete, the results came back positive. With the Saudi government taking the administrative lead, the tower transformed from a stumbling dream into a national priority supported by Vision 2030. Reports indicate that the Saudi government holds administrative control over the Saudi bin Laden Group, the kingdom's largest construction firm. Construction had ceased in 2018 after the tower had already begun its ascent due to financial difficulties, internal tensions within the group, and a complex political context. However, in late 2024, everything changed as the project was officially relaunched with a new contractual framework, clearer financial backing, and strong political support to see it completed. Today, the site has transformed into a digital beehive where thousands of workers and equipment are coordinated using artificial intelligence and 3D modeling systems to avoid any errors that could cost millions. This tower will not be just steel and concrete, but a vertical city housing the most luxurious apartments, a world-class hotel, and the highest observation deck in history at an altitude of 630 meters. If work continues at this pace, in August 2028, the world will announce the birth of the tallest structure ever built by humans, serving as a symbol for a new future that transcends the clouds. The moment life returned to the tower site, the greatest challenge emerged: logistical coordination. Building the world's tallest tower is not just about engineering. It is a battle against time, where any wrong decision could cost millions or endanger the lives of workers. Since March 2025, the international firm Turner has taken the lead on this impossible mission, describing the site as the most complex in the world. The challenge lies in the frantic speed building a new floor every 3 days, which means thousands of workers and equipment must move like a precise Swiss watch with no room for delay or congestion. To control these operations, the team does not rely on pen and paper, but on a digital twin. These are advanced computer systems that simulate every bolt and every brick before they are placed on the ground, with the goal of predicting and solving problems digitally before they occur in reality. Success here does not depend on a single machine, but on the harmony of thousands of people, floor by floor, until reaching the summit. At an altitude of 1 kilometer. Elevators become the only lifeline. Without them, the Jeddah Tower would transform into a hollow structure impossible to inhabit. The challenge here is not just speed, but how to transport people across 168 floors with total safety and comfort. To solve this dilemma, the project enlisted the Finnish company Kone to install 59 smart elevators. Imagine that staggering number. Surprisingly, you won't find a single elevator that takes you directly from the ground to the summit. Instead, the tower relies on a sky lobby system, where you take a high-speed elevator to the middle of the tower and transfer to another to reach your destination, much like metro stations. The true innovation lies in the cables. Instead of heavy steel, they utilized UltraRope technology made of carbon fiber. It is lighter, stronger, and can withstand immense weights of up to 26 people per trip. As for speed, engineers meticulously chose 36 kilometers per hour. Why? Because they prioritized passenger comfort over frantic speed. This specific speed prevents the unpleasant sensation in the ears and body caused by rapid acceleration at staggering heights. Thanks to this technology, the tower has transformed from a mere building into a living vertical city. Jeddah Tower is not just a skyscraper. It is a fully integrated, vibrant vertical city. Imagine that everything you need exists within this giant, from smart offices to more than 400 luxury residential apartments, all the way to a 5-star hotel featuring nearly 200 rooms. The tower is designed to be an ideal place for living, working, and leisure, housing international restaurants, spas, and swimming pools overlooking the horizon. But the true jewel lies at the top. In the world's highest observation deck at an altitude of 630 meters, you will find yourself standing on a platform suspended in midair. From there, time will stand still as you gaze upon the Red Sea, the desert sands, and the landmarks of Jeddah stretching before you to the edge of the horizon. A breathtaking scene beyond imagination that makes Jeddah Tower an unforgettable icon in the history of human architecture. The goal is now clear. August 2028. By this date, Jeddah Tower is expected to claim the world's throne, surpassing the Burj Khalifa by at least 173 meters. Yet this tower is not merely a race for world records. It is the living symbol of Saudi Vision 2030 and its ambition to build a new future that does not depend on oil. Only 2 years remain until the long-awaited date. Do you believe Saudi Arabia will dazzle the world and inaugurate the tallest tower in history in 2028? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. We have now reached the end of the video. Thank you for watching.